It's been a very long time since I've done a Bleach manga chapter review. Like, I'm not one of those people that hopped on the bandwagon since Bleach returned. If you're new to the channel, I was reviewing Bleach manga chapters and had to stop because it ended on manga chapter 686 over 4 years ago. Like, it's crazy. Bleach has been gone for that long. If you want to check out those old reviews, you can, but I wouldn't. Like, I sound so different. I'm cursing like every single word. I think every curse word is funny. But regardless, yeah, the new Bleach one-shot came out, and I have to say, please let there be more, because this seems like it's the start of a whole new arc. Like, as I hinted in my my thumbnail, I think this starts a new Hell arc, man. Like, even though you can kind of debate, because Tight Kubo even talks about it a little bit, that the Hellverse movie isn't canon, quote unquote, but this seems like a lot of stuff similar to the Hellverse. But yet again, I noticed she has been really focused on My Hero Academia stuff recently, because, bro, it seems like it's a cheat code to get views. Like, I've been averaging like over like almost 4K or 5K views. But yeah, I love Bleach. I really hope it returns. I know we got the anime coming out whenever it comes out, because I already know they did a short animation for, like, I think it's like Kill the Witch. That was like an animation they did. I still haven't checked it out though, but this is overall talk about the Bleach one shot and just talk about the overall story it shows in here. And some of the characters I wish they had. And forgive me, my voice cuts in and out. I was yelling playing Guilty Gear earlier because I couldn't beat Ramathal, even though I'm playing with Soul. Anyway, so we start off with Orihime checking on Ichigo and Orihime's son, Kazui. And Kazui's like faking going to sleep, with eventually just leaving with Kon, talking about he had a promise to a dead soul, or at least undead soul. And the soul is like a 13-year-old or like a 15-year-old, but like in a really like adult body. And like in the last chapter of I think it was like 686, you can see that Ichigo's son, Kazui, is really good with spiritual energy. Like, he's already a prodigy, already doing his own thing, and is kind of crazy. The only thing I hope for is that Bleach, if we get another series or this continues, I hope it doesn't turn into a Boruto. Look, I know where we just focus on the sun and everything. Like, I really care. I really think it should go the Dragon Ball Z route, where like Goku is still the main character, but Gohan is really important to the story as well. I don't know, just my personal opinion. But then we cut to Rukia and Renji's child training with Ikkaku. And Ikkaku is just pretty much, it's just nothing but funny moments. And Ikkaku even talks about how that she could like Kazui, and Ichigo is denying it. And overall, pretty funny situation. Just some natural comedy for Bleach. And then we see later on that Renji calls Ichigo, and Ichigo has his new, design since he's an adult and a father now, which I like this version a little bit better. Like, it's the same Ichigo from the epilogue, but I think his hair is drawn better in this one shot. And we see like kind of like a soft reunion between Rukia, Renji, and Ichigo. Yeah, Rukia pretty much talking about the technology of like FaceTime, and talking about how Urahara updated their technology so they can like look at the living world's like TV shows, which we saw Yodorichi in here. Like, there's certain characters that are kind of in here, or who's still alive, that don't get any screen time, like Zaraki, Byakuya, even Orihime only gets like 1 page, and we don't have no information of my bae Yodorichi, which hurts my soul. But we had that funny conversation there. Then you have Mayuri, just pretty much scaring everybody every chance he gets, just talking about how he has a message for each captain. And we go down to like the 4th division, the 5th division, and we even get information from the first division, the 2nd division with Soifon. Then we get the 7th division with a new lieutenant, which is Ato. Ato, like in Japanese, it's not my first language, but this guy, he's like silent, and it seems like he's either whispering or he's talking through like telepathically. Who knows? Then we go to the 10th division with Toshiro and the Bay Rangiku, like right up there with like Orihime and Tsunade of Naruto with the big breasts. I love her. But then we also go to the 9th division And yeah, just overall, just talking about how Mayuri has like a message to everyone for the ritual for the death of Yamamoto, like the old Captain Commander. And then we see a new member of the 8th Division. She's the vice captain. Her name is Yaya Hora Yuyui. She kind of is like a representation of like Generation Z with the whole with the whole like taking a selfies and websites and everything. And she even like cracks jokes with Ichigo, and Ichigo and Renji have some funny moments as well. Overall, I love the comedy of Bleach. I always have. And then we cut to Renji and Rukia's daughter. Ichigo she's like able to sneak in because they all leave for this ritual. And we see like the butterfly following her. And again, the butterfly has always been a main thing in Bleach, especially in the openings. You always seen a butterfly flying in. I still remember the butterfly flying in when that whole opening where it was like the whole Rancor arc where Ichigo and everyone was fighting Aizen. I still remember those butterflies following everywhere. And we see that all these powerful Shinigamis can't see the hollows. And Ichigo's like sitting there like, why can't they not see them? And she yells at Renji and everyone like, yo, there's a hollow right there. And the hollow gets to drop on Renji, knocks him down. And we see Ichigo slice the hollow. Now, it's interesting, right? Again, I'm always going to be a power scaler. That's kind of who I am. And I'm just wondering, like, what is Ichigo's power set right now? Like, because again, the vice captain that we saw earlier, the dark-skinned Shinigami, Yu, she talks about how he's the hero and everything, but like Yuha took his Quincy powers in hollow powers, if I remember correctly, and we still don't even know what's Ichigo's like power set, because when he did Bankai, it got broke like I don't know how many times by Yuha, and then when he finally sliced down Yuha through the BS Quincy arrow that Uryu hit him with, it turned back into the Shikai version, the original Shikai version of Zangetsu. So like, is Ichigo always in Bankai? Because that's like, if we're going by what that was, again, that final couple of chapters was really rushed. And I know we got certain information from like video games and everything about what his true potentials could be, but I don't know. Like, do you think Ichigo still has his Quincy, and his hollow power technically is a fusion of his Quincy and hollow powers in Zangetsu? I don't know. Again, all I know is he still looks pretty powerful in this chapter. He kind of looks like he's the main guy, which again, he is the main character. But like, again, in my personal opinion, Ichigo is like the 3rd strongest character in Bleach under Yuha, and just how hacks Aizen is. Ichigo's my favorite character. So I just wonder, does he still have that spot? Is he still the strongest character in the verse with Yuha and Aizen gone? Or is he like a very nerd version, kind of like where Naruto and Sasuke are in the Boruto series? Unfortunately, spoilers by the way. Then we see the newer vice captains do their thing with Atu like does like this like Ryatsu bird attack that like vaporizes the hollow. And then you got Homegirl. She does like I think that's like a bear attack. Overall, looks pretty cool. Then we see the most featless Shinigami do something in this Akon. Homie does just 3 3 4 4 5 5 8 8 8 1 2 3 6 6, whatever the hell that is. He vaporizes a hollow. And then we see Kira with his like interesting blade. He comes in, like he helps him out, and you know, just overall you getting the Shinigami's handling their thing. But out of nowhere, like Steve Orton or whatever, Randy Orton, whatever. I'm not the greatest at wrestling memes, but yeah, at a Rancor from way back, like the Grands of Rancor. I'm not saying his first name because that name is a little bit ridiculous, but this man comes back from hell, and you can tell that he really wants to get some revenge on Mayuri, but Mayuri's not there, and he just pretty much like talking crap to Renji, saying that, you know, like who's that person behind him, and just talking about how he's been enjoying hell and hell sees everything, and pretty much he's going to try to kill Renji's daughter. And it kind of reminds me a lot of Hellverse with the chains, and Ichigo comes in, slices up the chains, and saves Renji and tells Renji, like, you know, to take his daughter to somewhere safe. And then then Ichigo's about to fight Grands, and it's kind of funny because Ichigo's like, who the hell are you? But Grands knows who Ichigo is, because again, Ichigo's the main character. He beat you all with a lot of help, and he's like the hero of everything. But we cut back to the Gotei 13, and they're looking at this weird Ryatsu, or quote-unquote Ryatsu, and you have Soifon say that this is not like Reishi, and then you have Shunsui talk about how this is not Reishi either, and this is Will-O-Wisp from Hell. Again, I'm not the greatest on Bleach verse anymore. It's been years since I talked about this stuff, but if Will-O-Wisp has been talked about before, please let me know in the comment section down below. But he goes into this whole like story that's like superstition about how, like, if you're a regular like Soul Reaper, your Reihi grade is like 20. If you're a vice captain, your grade level is 4. And if you're a captain, your grade level is 3 or higher. Pretty much talking about like your overall power level. And when you die, if your power level is below a captain, you naturally, your Reihi goes back to like the Soul Society, right? But if you're a captain or higher, your Reihi, or like your power, your energy, goes straight to Hell. So characters like Yamamoto, Unoha-Retsu, Hell, like even like characters like Jushiro, I'm gonna just say his last name. Jushiro, their powers of being captains of grade 3 or higher, all their powers have been going to Hell. And we cut back to Grand just talking about how the balance and everything's been thrown off, because you have Aizen, who's like a big part of being trapped in like that little area he was in. He's disappeared. Yuha is dead, or at least he's vanished. That's kind of weird that he said he's vanished, because he had the Soul King in him, and the Soul King was struck down by Ichigo when Yuha took over his body since the Quincy stuff. And he even talks about the founder of the Gotei, Yamamoto, is gone or dead. The Blade of Death, Unoha-Retsu, is dead. And right when he's saying "and today," he gets literally striked in the back. And he even says that it was Ukitake, Jushiro is the one who sliced them in the back. Which, if you remember, in the old days, there was another sword that sliced people through Hell. They need to go there. And this time, it's Jushiro is the one who did it. And Ichigo saying, like, what are you saying? The ritual is finished. And you get Grants talking about how, have you always wondered why there's always been butterflies who guide Soul Reapers, and that's a part of Hell. So apparently the butterflies we've seen this entire time is a part of the whole Hell energy. And we see like an eyeball pop out of the Hell's gates. Then we cut into the final page and we see Ichigo's son, Kazui, running around following the butterflies. So I think this is a great setup chapter for another run with Bleach, man. Like, I don't really need another Boruto where, like, if we do get another series, the first chapter starts with Ichigo is dead, and we see a grown up version of Ichigo's son. Then we gotta wait like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years to figure out what happened in that time skip. But yeah, man, I really wish we got more pages with like Zaraki or Byakuya, or hell, just one image of Yoruichi. We got one image of Orihime. But tell me what you guys think about this one shot, man. I think it did a great job just reestablishing a lot of characters. Did a lot of world building too with this whole what's this thing, this whole new Reihi that they're talking about, at least with Shunsui was talking about. It's called Willow's Wisp. Again, this probably was something that was already stated before. I just can't remember. Haven't talked about Bleach in a long time, but yeah, man. And I know a lot of people who still get on my ass to this day about my old Bleach list. Like, again, the last time I did a Bleach video, like top strongest video, was like in 2016. There's a lot of things I disagree with, okay? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't fully comprehend. I still agree with a lot of my top 10, but granted, you could say Yamamoto could have been lower. But I don't know, if the Bleach anime, you know, comes back and it's all great and everything, I might, you know, redo it. But again, just to be fair and be completely transparent, the top strongest series that I created like a long time ago, they don't get that much views anymore, and they're not that relevant. You can argue that I'm not picking the right series or whatever, but if you guys really want that type of thing, when Bleach anime comes back, or if a new Bleach series continues, I will update my Bleach top strongest videos. But I'm just letting you know, I'm mostly probably going to focus on the current content I do now with the whole power scaling, commentary, views, etc., because they're getting the views. But if, you know, if it does well, I might do it again, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this review, man. Took a lot of effort for me because, you know, not the greatest at pronouncing really Japanese names. But if you want to support the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. I love Bleach, and I can't wait to continue talking about it in the future. So yeah, SonTj, peace. Love you all.